Hey, what's up? Hello, I'm Me in Progress, and welcome to my channel. Whoop whoop! Today, this morning, it is Saturday AM. It's not even daylight really outside, so my lighting's kind of funky. I'm just letting you know that ahead of time. This eye is my janky eye. I forgot to mention that in previous videos that my left eye tends to water, and so my inner corner with the lashes or my liner may pop off. You'll see that. That's just real life. Sorry. Can't do anything about it. But today, for today's video, we are doing this look right here. It is a spring forward peachy pinkish look I am practicing for. I'm doing a shoot tomorrow, and I have practiced throughout this week and wanted to just sit down, film, and get ready with you all and have a little me time in the morning while daddy and baby have some daddy-daughter time. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Okay. Now that I have my face and eyes prepped, I'm going to zoom you in, and we are going to do a throwback to, well, actually to two things, because I have a specific look in mind for today. Trying to practice for a shoot. I've practiced a couple times already on other people and myself, and it's supposed to be kind of springy as far as the shoot goes, pinks and peaches. So I think I want to do like a monotone-ish type of look, but keeping it simple. There's going to be lashes involved, and I want the face to be really fresh but not dewy. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, this is just me having fun with makeup too. So today's just like a get ready with me. So I'm going to bring it back to the Too Faced Peach palette. And I know some people didn't like what it smells like. I personally do. It smells like peachos, those like peach rings, you know, the candy. Oh, I'm all for it. And here is the colors. Get you up there. So really good neutrals. There's some warm tones in here. Definitely peach forward, and has a couple pops, and not really super big pops of color, but it does have some rich colors in this palette. And then the second palette I'm going to be dipping into today is the Modern Renaissance palette. This guy like changed the eye palette, eyeshadow makeup game a couple, I want to say 4 years ago now, maybe. Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. I think this ABH kind of came out with this palette and then started to come out with this format of palettes that were super curated and really well thought out as far as color story goes. This one is a neutral warm color palette, but it's not your standard neutral where you just have some neutral browns and a couple rich colors and shimmers. This one is a take with like more warm tones, and I think this is kind of where the warm tone trend came about. So I've got my eyelids prepped with some Jeffree Star concealer. Don't throw shade, no haterade. Remember, this doesn't mean like he's my favorite person ever, but it also doesn't mean he's not, so I'll keep that opinion to myself. And we're gonna take a fluffy brush and set the eyes with this shade Golden Acre. I really like these palettes because the mirror in here, it's a decent mirror, but like I can fold it over and not have to show you the mirror in camera. So I'm going to go dip into there. I'm not going to scoot you guys in as close as I have been, just because I want to try out different setups here. So you get to see that as you come journey with me. Yeah. So I'm going to just dust that everywhere and neutralize my lid before we start laying other colors. And today's look, honestly, I don't think is going to be super duper complicated. I try to keep things simple, and today I'm really just trying to get the color story in my head out on, not paper, but on my face. And you guys tell me if you like being zoomed in closer, or is this a better distance, because I've been watching different YouTubers, and I know it's personal preference, but I would just like to hear your take for the people that are here. Alright, next shade I'm going to be dipping into is this color called Burnt Orange. It's definitely warm, and it has that almost like peachy-esque tone to it. So I'm going to dip into that. I don't want something super duper pink, but I definitely want something skewing in that orange peachy type of realm. So we'll go into the crease here with that. And we'll just go back and forth, back and forth. And it's the same brush that I used to lay down that color Golden Ochre. Do the other eye. We can build this color up a little bit. And this one I'm not super precise about. I always want to say surprise, which is not a word. But for some reason, my brain wants me to go there. I'm like, no, that's not a real thing. Come on. Let me just check both sides to see if they're both saturated in color and even. I think this side needs a little help. And let's make sure the other side, my left eye, is also, there's this spot always that, I don't know why, I think it's maybe how the lid, because I have hooded lids, I don't know what it is, but this spot right here always looks crazy in person, and it always looks super, like, saturated in color, super pigmented in color, when it's like, I don't think it's actually from the shadow, because these brushes, I cleaned all my brushes last night. I filled some of it. It'll be probably a quicker video, but you'll see in videos like this outer corner of my left eye always decides to look a little crazy, and I don't really 100% understand why. Or maybe it's this brush. I don't know, but this always comes together. I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush. This one is a Jeffree Star brush as well from his collection. I also have a thing for pink. So, can we focus? No? There we go. Super fluffy. Just to blur out the edges. And I'm not going to add any product to this brush. This is going to be my cleanup brush. So we're just going to take this back and forth and blend that transition shade in. Nothing new over here. It's like super fluffy since I've cleaned it, like so fluffy. It is very soft. A lot of the brushes I have are soft. They're not super scratchy. Okay, so I think that's okay. And then I'm going to go into the Sweet Peach palette and go into this shade right here called Candied Peach. It's got, I don't think it's, there we go. I don't think you can see, oh, you can see a little bit. It's got some like glitters in it, but when you apply it to the eyes, I've never had the glitters fully show up, so we'll try it out. If not, I think I might have a backup. I need to get a table in here. I'm gonna use another fluffy brush, but a smaller fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M507 to go into my crease. I'm gonna go lower with this shade, and we'll see how it goes. I really don't think, though, it's going to pull really glittery, because it is matte. It's matte and finish. It's got some glitter into it, but it's not like shimmery by any means at all. Tap, tap, tap. That's kind of where I was going with that. Go into the crease a little lower again. And we'll likely dip back into that burnt orange shade or the golden ochre shade to blend everything out. So this weekend we are looking at houses. Maybe by the time I post this video, we'll have purchased a home. I don't know. Seattle's expensive for home, guys, and we're not even in proper. We're in the greater Seattle area. Not gonna tell you where. And it is expensive. And like for the price point we're looking at in where we are, in a neighboring suburb of Seattle, I feel like it's still pretty pricey, but we do get a lot more house, and we have one child right now. We have a almost 2-year-old. We'd like at least one more, and a huge dog. She's 80 pounds. She's a half pit bull, half lab, and one cat. We used to have 2, but yeah, he didn't come home after we decided, after a lot of back and forth with him. Sounds like we had a conversation with him, which we kind of did, but we're those people, that it was best for both of us if he was a half indoor, half outdoor cat. And it was working out really, really well for a while, and then he stopped coming home, like the week before my birthday. So that was very sad, and we miss him, but it was for the best that he was outside, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to justify it or have to explain myself to you. So I'm dipping back into Golden Ochre from the ABH palette, that first shade I laid down, and taking it up above my crease, almost to the brow line, and sweeping it back and forth just to blur out some of the edges. Can you see that? See, it's still, that's gonna drive me crazy. I also have like sensitive skin and have had like eye issues in the past where, well, even still, I have allergies, so they're super itchy, and I have gotten hit in the back, like not by like any kind of like domestic abuse or anything like that, but in elementary school, I lived in some apartments with other kids that went to my elementary school, and on the weekends we would play like baseball, and this one kid, his name was Josh, had a crush on him. Then I think he came out as gay later. That happens to me a lot. That happened to me a lot. He trying to see in better lighting how we're looking here. I think that's good. I might go back in with some peach still and just bring that saturation back in color. He was in front of me up at bat, and I was behind him, and he took a swing and threw the bat behind me, and boom. And I'm pretty sure this is my left eye. So it could just be a scar, it might just be a shadow, it might just be my skin, could be the brush, I don't know. Makes me feel like I'm not great at makeup, which is not the case. Okay, so this is looking pretty pink. Pretty pink. So I'm going to go back into the burnt orange shade just a little bit and go over. So what I'm essentially doing is trying to tone down the pink, but also not get too into this orangey type of shade. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right here. It looks super orange on camera. Like a sorbet type of orange almost. Not as pastel, but I also don't want the super pink, very pink today. I want a good neutral type of peachy shade in my lids. And honestly, we're not going to do too much else other than maybe put a lighter matte shade or light shimmer into the lid. I'm trying to determine lighting in here. It is early in the morning and there's no natural daylight. It's Seattle. It's fall. It's rainy. It's gloomy. It's overcast. It's not even overcast because it's still kind of dark outside. But I don't want to be in here forever. I'm going to breeze through my foundation and face. But we will continue on with the eyes. I think we're going to keep it an all matte look. I don't do matte looks often, so we're going to do that. And grab a shader brush. We're just going to take this little guy here. It is, I think, a Luxie. Yep, it's a Luxie 245 small shader. I love these brushes because I have small lids, so it's great. And I'm going to go into the shade Nectar from the Sweet Peach palette right here. Pretty neutral. It's got a little bit of shimmer. It's more like a pearl type of shade. It's not like super metallic, but I think it'll go well with the type of simple look that we're going for today. We're not adding a ton of dimension. We're not adding a ton of depth. We just want something super pretty, almost springy. We're going to throw some lashes on, and that'll be the glam, but we don't want anything too glam. My left brow today, so I didn't wash. I washed my face, but didn't get into the brow as much, and I have day-old brows is what I like to call them. Like, I took my makeup off the night before, but it's just not, they just didn't behave today. It's not like when I wash my hair and take a full-on shower that, my hair comes out super clean and, like, very slick, and it behaves, and my brow isn't behaving. I'm gonna go back in with that, fluffy brush and blur out those edges so it's super soft. We want something soft and subtle. We don't want anything too crazy. So you can see, ignore this, whatever this is. It'll look better in pictures. Alright, so I'm gonna pop on a lower, this shade here called Peaches and Cream. I really like this shade. Focus. We're going to put that in the brow bone to highlight. And then on the other side. And I'll do my inner corner after I do my lashes. Be right back. Okay, now that we're zoomed out, we're going to do my complexion and finish this look. I only have about 10-15 minutes to get ready. Again, per usual. So I will speed through it and show the products that I have, and we will finish this morning. Okay, now that we have the complexion done, I feel like my lashes, one of them, I don't know what's going on. I put them on both evenly, but this, my right eye just doesn't look as awake as my left eye. And maybe it's because it's the morning still and this eye's a little bit puffier. Who knows? I mean, nobody's eyes are actually the same size. But I'm going to go in and highlight my inner corner with this shade here. It is called Luscious. I'm going to do that, pop on a lip, and call it good. So I'm going to, oh yeah, so pretty. This is one of my favorite shades in this palette, for sure. So pretty. Does anyone ever feel like inner corner highlight, and maybe it's just me and how I'm applying it, I don't know. I'm no expert, but it doesn't show up evenly on both sides. So we're gonna struggle a little bit. Okay, let's do some lips. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal, what are these called? They're like the new liquid lipsticks. I don't remember what the product is actually called, like the product name, but we're going to go in with the color I Rule. I need a mirror. And the light keeps changing because now it's getting darker, or lighter. And this is just like a rosy, mauve-y tone pink. I love these because you can apply them and they stay pretty much all day. Super pink forward on camera. It's not that pink. But that, I think, is going to wrap us up for today. So let me get us ready. And you can get us ready as far as my hair. And then we'll see the finished look. So this is the finished look, super kind of spring forward and fresh. Wanted to share that with you and share that I was practicing with you, get ready with you. And if you want to see more of these videos, please do like this video, subscribe, I would absolutely love that, and ring the bell so you get notified whenever I post. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye!